unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to being your consumer advocate, helping you win in any marketplace, making you just a bit more street smart.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point you may need it, 813-750-0550.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
It's an off-air number. You can call or text anytime, 813-750-0550. Call or text. Also, hit the website up, consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. We're going to help you win in any marketplace. And we got an all-star lineup for you today. Kevin Overstreet's in the house. We got Chris Robinson making his debut, brand new expert contributor on the show, About Face Cabinetry. I'm excited to talk to him about some of the kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels that they're doing, as well as an old friend of mine, Eran Sinai from California. Actually now lives in North Carolina, but he's got a really cool identity theft type prevention program that he offers as well. So we're going to talk about that, protecting you, making you a bit more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, as we always say. And we want to thank our expert contributors and sponsors, Replenish IV Solutions, the science of nutritional balance. Replenish IV Solutions. I just came from the location on Gandy Boulevard, and I had the vitamin injection right into my bloodstream, vitamins, minerals, electrolytes, all the good stuff going into your body. And it's helping, of course, raise your immunity, fighting COVID-19 and all the other bad stuff out there. Reach out to our friends at Replenish IV Solutions. They will deliver this product to your home or office as well. So they have a nurse show up. They're going to hook you up to an IV, get the vitamins right into your body, make you just a bit more healthy as well. Replenish IV Solutions, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And a couple of hot listings for this segment. We've got a brand new listing out there at 13204 Fawn Lily Drive in Riverview. It's East Hillsborough County. Kind of give you a little sample of flavor out there. It's a gated community, 13204 Fawn Lily. Now, this is 4,500 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 5 bath, 3-car garage, resort-style amenities, and it's got a covered screen lanai as well with a water view right here in Hillsborough County. 1010 Bay Esplanade. This is one of the best zip codes in all of Tampa Bay to live in Pinellas County. So the north side of Clearwater Beach, 1010 Bay Esplanade. This is a gorgeous property available around the $800,000 price range. A beautiful listing of mine. 3,151 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2-car garage, completely remodeled kitchen, and a private apartment that could be a great rental and a private sun deck. Check out all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, we got our friend Kevin Overstreet back in studio. Property Prequal. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir. How are you today?
Hey, my pleasure. Doing great. And Property Prequal and PropertyPreQual.com and just a local entrepreneur, man.
Yes, sir. So today we're going to be talking about that company, Property Prequal, and I've got a special offer for Tampa Bay area real estate agents, listing agents in particular, and I'll tell you how you get it, and then I'll get into why you should.
Nice.
So you just go to propertyprequal.com and click on the button that says register, and from there you will set up your account. There's no cost whatsoever for this, and your account will be reviewed, and then it'll be approved, and someone from our team will get in touch with you to just run through the steps of how to place the orders and answer any questions that you may have, as well as share with you some marketing material that is there, again, no cost, that you can customize for you, because this is a great tool not only to help your listing sell more quickly and for more money, frankly, but also to help you get more listings in the first place. Many of our agents that are using this system are using it as their primary listing appointment feature, and it's very effective. So what Property Prequal is, one more thing. Main reason you want to do that is you'll be locking in low pricing forever for you. So right now, the special price is $750, and it's paid at closing. So there's no upfront cost whatsoever. And the company doesn't make very much money at $750. Most of these costs would be happening in a transaction anyway. This is simply to encourage agents to take advantage of this. The price will go up somewhat dramatically in a few months, and so you want to get in now. But let's talk about a few buzzwords. So the word proactive. Everyone says, I'm proactive. Are you a proactive agent, Brandon?
Yes.
Of course. And even if you're not you particularly, but if someone isn't, they're not going to say that.
Right.
Raise your hand if you're proactive. Say, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, you're not. As proactive as you should be and could be. And what Property Prequal is, it is a system that instantly makes you proactive to a huge degree. Let's think about due diligence. If everyone is proactive in a real estate transaction, why is there still due diligence? That's reactive, completely.
Yeah.
So we've coined the phrase, and even trademarking it, the phrase done diligence, because the way a transaction works now is somewhat backwards, almost completely backward. And right now, the very first thing that the buyer decides is, do we want to live in this house? They say yes, they go under contract, they put money up, the seller's done marketing the property, at least for now, and then they find everything out about the property and frankly about the seller that causes cancellations quite often, which simply shouldn't happen. With the Property Prequal system, the very last question that they're going to ask and answer in their head is, do we want to live here? Because everything else has already been answered before they even ask the questions, and some things have occurred that no one ever asked for and simply aren't being done correctly in a transaction. So this creates done diligence, which makes you, by default, much more proactive. So you'll be saying that, and you can prove it. If I put a gun to Brandon's head and said, how are you proactive? He could probably come up with some great things. Not that I would do that to my friend, but this is the ultimate proactive and proactiveness.
So what do the sellers like about it? I bet you the sellers like it too.
Yeah, the sellers do. I've spoken with several sellers over the years, so we've done well over 100 transactions with this tool. We have used my title companies for them so far, but this is open to any title agencies. We're not. This has really nothing to do with my title company. That was just for testing. But every seller that I've spoken to over the last couple of years absolutely loves it. It is the pushback that we get is actually from agents, and they say something like this, and it scares me when they say it. Well, we don't want to know everything about the property and the seller because then we have to disclose it.
Right. So
they're trying to sneak something past someone, or maybe not trying to sneak something, but let's not find out if there's any issues to deal with
until we get the buyer committed emotionally.
Yeah. But the problem is then you don't find out about the problems or the concerns.
You waste everybody's time. The deal could go away.
Absolutely.
You're tied up.
Yeah, and you get people fighting over earnest money, and it just drags on and on. And the sellers do love it because most sellers are proud of their home, and frankly, they want to know everything about the home, and they want to pass on a nice home to the next person, and they want to look better than the other houses for sale. This is a seller's market today, but think about when it's not. There will be a time when there's 5 houses on every street for sale, and how do you stand out from the other ones? It's exactly with this product. So another big word, maybe the biggest word, is trust. In a real estate transaction, who really trusts anyone else? No
Trust
one.
but verify.
Right. But if you trusted, you don't have to verify.
Well,
So there is no trust. Let's say there's zero trust. Let's say everyone is potentially trying to rip each other off. The buyer, you hear buyers are liars, and the seller's trying to hide things, and all of that. Property Prequal eliminates the possibility or the opportunity for deceit from any party to another. It is a completely independent and transparent program. Independence means no one in the transaction can influence the results of the report. The report is 9 items. The hard copy is usually about 250 pages, and this is a great marketing tool for the property and for the agent. But there's very little trust in the world, and that's just a fact, so accept it. If you go into everything trusting everyone, you're going to get burned by someone you shouldn't have trusted.
AKA naive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this, again, eliminates the possibility of deceit and is total transparency to everyone. What we've got out right now is the 1.0 version. We have many new iterations that will be coming over the next couple of years, all the way to a 4.0 and several in between. And at some point, we actually, the goal is to not just change the way real estate transactions are, the sequence of things in order to make it make sense for everyone, but also to change lending, quite frankly. The fact that a lender knows everything about a buyer and nothing about a property until that buyer goes under contract is also wrong. And we're in talks with some seriously huge lending groups about how to absolutely revolutionized lending to the degree of buyer walking in saying, I like this house, and they buy the house. They walk in to look at it. And
No contingency because it's been
they
done.
own it. Everything's done. The buyer's pre-qualified through
I
the
love
same
that.
system, and it's almost like the money is set aside. Say it's in the drawer,
Yeah.
and the seller's got a key, and a buyer walks in with a key because that everyone is qualified for it, and the property is.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, I want this house. Let's open this.
Wow.
Here's your $500,000 for the house. Get out of my house.
And the closing could happen super fast.
That could be the closing.
Yeah.
I mean, if this could actually eliminate the need for any delay whatsoever.
How fast could you potentially close a deal?
If the CFPB requires the closing disclosure 3 days prior to, then
Yeah.
3 days.
Wow.
And now I can't do that because I'm not a lender, but the people that we've spoken with so far, a couple of them, it's clicked with them, and it is it's remarkable how this can this can go. But today we're looking at 1.0, and it's 9 items. I don't know if we have time to go through those, but be happy to if we do.
Yeah, we got a few minutes left.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's 9 things.
Let me reset real quick. We're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
with Kevin Overstreet here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. If you just joined us, Kevin Overstreet, he owns multiple title companies. He's an entrepreneur, owns different companies, but he's created this program called Property Prequal. Check out PropertyPreQual.com. And yeah, let's jump into some of the meat of it, Kevin.
Okay. All right. So again, the timing is one of the biggest problems in real estate. So everyone, other than the seller and the listing agent, pretty much kind of do nothing until there's a contract, and then that's the trigger point for everyone to go. You've got title, inspection, insurance, all of these folks, mortgage company, and that's it shouldn't be that way. You're working hard for your listings, on your listings, and so should your team. So the first thing, and maybe the most important, is the inspection. And this is not a inspection done for the seller that is going to hide things or anything like that. The inspection is done for Property Prequal, and they're required to find everything. And that is so that the seller and the listing agent can make decisions, real decisions, based on real facts about the property. Do we fix this? Do we allow for it? Do we get an estimate and use that in the price negotiations? What do we do? You're making that decision prior to there being a buyer with their inspection saying, how do I renegotiate and get a lower cost? Because that negotiation isn't over at contract. The next thing, a preliminary title report. I think it's remarkable that agents don't ask for title before they go under contract with a property. As soon as you have a listing, get a title commitment, title report from your title company to help figure out there's no problems. Great. There's a problem. Okay, awesome. Let's fix it before the buyer comes along. We're also delivering the HOA and condo association docs, which is required in the contract. Rarely happens. Those are required to go to the buyer, and it doesn't happen. So we do that. We deliver that to them. The seller typically has an owner's policy of title insurance from when they purchase, as well as a survey. Those are required to be delivered, and listen to this because it never happens. Sometimes with the transaction coordinator, they'll do it. But required to be delivered to buyer and closing company, which is the title company, within 5 days of execution of contract. Neither of those happen often. And right at that 6th day, the seller's out of contract. The seller has broken the terms of the contract. A buyer with a decent attorney walks. Also, the municipal lien search, simple thing. It's always started after contract. We start it before listing. And you do want to order the property prequal prior to even listing the property. And the municipal lien search, or I call a muni search, is going to uncover problems with permitting and code and unpaid water bills and things like that. And fix them now before there's a buyer. Again, all of this is to do the due diligence prior to the buyer even existing in the minds of the transaction. We also do an insurance analysis. One of our partners does. And again, everyone's independent from one another. There's no one influencing anything. The insurance analysis is important, particularly when FEMA changes flood zones and all of a sudden you've got a property that's in a flood zone. You didn't know that. That affects the ability for a lender to lend on that property. We do a mortgage analysis, which sounds strange, but we're doing a mortgage analysis of the property because you may be able to accept a buyer getting a USDA loan against that property.
Yeah.
You may not be able to very often accept FHA financing for a condominium that's not lendable per FHA guidelines.
Yep.
And let's find that out so the listing agent and the seller can be more educated and more able to make a right decision when they get multiple offers. And last but not least is a property profile. It's about a 30-page report, which just kind of shows the buyer everything about the area, the demographics and the crime rate and school systems and nearby shopping centers and things like that. So we compile all that together, and you're welcome to make a hard copy of it for marketing the property. Again, you can use the marketing materials that we provide. And those are also delivered to your dashboard. It's a very robust system that you'll be able to see once you create that account at PropertyPreQual.com. And those documents, those PDFs, should be attached to your listing in the MLS. And in your remarks, make a quick explanation. And a smart buyer's agent is going to bring their buyer to that property, and they already know everything about it.
Yeah.
Except, do we like the kitchen? Does it smell bad? Do we like the view? The physical things that they typically start with, they're finishing with that. And when that contract happens, that deal is done. Just a matter of getting it done.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's a great explanation. Very well thought out and put together. PropertyPreQual.com. That's Kevin Overstreet. PropertyPreQual.com. Thank you so much, Kevin. Awesome stuff, man.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Good stuff coming up as well. We got Chris Robinson coming in. He's going to be talking about face cabinetry. Face cabinetry, talk about that kitchen remodel, that bath remodel, and later in the show as well, we're going to talk about sealing your identity theft prevention. CEO IDSeal, Eran Sinai, my old friend in studio as well. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our feel-good story of the day as well. Fires do not have borders. Mexican firefighters arrive in California. Stay with us.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
My friends, when choosing a listing agent to sell your home, their track record is critically important. Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of Platinum MVP Team at Keller Williams Real Estate. They're consistently rated by the MLS in the top 1% of all Tampa Bay realtors, and that's a big deal. Brandon and Lindsay are always among the top realtors in the state. Call them today at 813-750-0550.
Find them at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Selling commercial or residential property? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. Reach me at 813-670-7372 or platinummvpteam.com.
My name is James DeJerome, and I produce the Consumer Quarterback Show for Brandon Rhymes. The Consumer Quarterback Show is a team, a group of like-minded professionals who partner together to provide our audience sound advice, knowledge, and information to make them wiser consumers. We work with all types of business owners and aggressively promote our local economy. We're currently conducting interviews for our expert contributors. If you own a business or know someone who would benefit from the exposure our show provides, please contact us at 813-750-0550 or online at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
Hey, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here. Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. That's always our goal. That's always been our goal. 7 years on air now, helping you win, understanding your buying decisions as your consumer advocate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Published author, professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves, almost through my third book as well with Eli, the godfather of ghostwriting. Real excited about that. A lot of positivity, a lot of good things happening here around the show and also with our expert contributors on the program. Big shout out to the Golf Cart Depot. Our official sponsor for this segment is the Golf Cart Depot of Tampa Bay, a.k.a. Discovery Golf Cars. 2 locations here in Tampa. They've got a location up in Land O'Lakes, Clearwater off of US 19, and they've got some great golf cars available. Check them out online. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. One of the cool things also, they will deliver directly to you, to your home, your office, or local park, and then you can test drive there and decide if you want to buy it or not right on the site. So that's pretty cool. That's a great opportunity. Golf Cart Depot, Discovery Golf Cars, official partners of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, let's welcome in Chris Robinson. Welcome in, my friend, About Face Cabinetry.
All right. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for
Good
having
stuff.
me.
My pleasure. I love this segment. I love these ideas of
Yeah.
kitchens because it's the heart of the home. Bathroom remodels. And I was on your website the other day.
Right.
You guys have a little bit different approach too.
Definitely a different approach. And coming from the home improvement background for now 23 plus years.
Nice.
Just needed some alternatives. I hated losing deals because they wanted to tear down a wall and they wanted to add a door. And what do we do with these cabinets? How do we handle all this project? And how can I save some money? This is just costing too much. And so cabinet refacing is obviously nothing new. But our processes and the way we do it and the material we provide is just something that gets us in and out in approximately half the time of a normal cabinet replacement.
Yeah.
And our processes, we're not a paint job either. I mean, you literally will have a brand new look.
Yeah.
Without just somebody coming in there and masking everything off and spraying it down with some paint that's going to chip and peel after a few weeks, and especially if you got kids and you got Tonka trucks running all over the place, you got a big old scratch because you had those wonderfully brown, nasty-looking cabinets and you wanted them white, and you see a big, ugly black scratch right across your paint. And that's something that we noticed in the business, and what we do is pretty much relaminate the boxes, and if any boxes need to be replaced, they can be replaced, and we build them custom in our shop.
Nice.
So we can also build custom cabinets as well.
So custom built in the shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
So if you got a rotted out sink base in the bottom of that sink and it's just rotted out, you're like, oh my goodness, I got to replace all these cabinets. We can build just that cabinet and then reface everything else to match.
Very cool.
So that way you're not having to do a full remodel, tearing things out and just waiting weeks and weeks on end. I mean, if you're waiting for a granite template, goodness, that's 2 to 3 weeks right there. You're waiting on fabrication, you're waiting on install, and then you've got flooring, and then you've got backsplashes and I mean, next thing you know is 6 weeks and you're finally getting your kitchen done.
Yeah.
Where 95% of all of our jobs, excluding commercial, we are in and out of there in 5 days or less. Countertops, plumbing, electrical, everything, start to finish. Everything is pre-planned, pre-purchased, all up front, and it's ready to go in as little as 3 days. Most of our kitchens are going to be in the 5-day range.
I love your slogan, half the time, half the cost, half the mess,
Yep.
right?
Half the cost, half the time, half the mess.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Now, what did I see on your website? It said that almost 90%, was it? And I may be off on the stats, but 90% of the cabinets can actually be resurfaced and look like a brand new cabinet.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, a lot of builder grade cabinets seem to be the better things to reface, especially if they're older. A lot of the newer cabinets that are coming online, I'm pretty sure some people are familiar with what are called RTA, which means ready to assemble. A lot of these cabinets, they come in a flat box and then you just click lock them together like Walmart furniture.
Is that junk?
It is. It's junk. Yeah, they're garbage. And there's just too many of those the cabinet guys out there.
Yep.
And so when you're buying new cabinets, they're not coming to your house completely installed or completely assembled.
Assembled, yeah.
They're actually assembling them there on site.
Right.
With screwdrivers and small screws and staples, but the fronts and everything looks beautiful.
Right.
But it's click lock furniture. It's like what you'd buy at Walmart.
Is it particle board
and
too?
It can be all particle board, or it can be also a combination of wood versus medium density fiber, MDF.
Yep.
So sometimes those older cabinet boxes for us, it just works out so much better because the integrity of the cabinet is fantastic.
Right, solid.
And that's kind of the name, the About Face name. It's all about the face.
Yeah.
The cabinets on the inside, you could probably put new shelf linings in. And so we just handle the face.
Very good.
And of course, taking a look at our website and our Facebook page, you'll be able to see that before and after shot. And our testimonials too. We're very proud to have an all 5-star rating at this point.
Very good.
And we are grateful for the business.
But that's good. Check out aboutfacecabinetry.com. More from Chris Robinson when we come back here, one of our newer expert contributors on the show, and you can tell he's an expert at all things kitchens, bath, About Face Cabinetry. More from Scott. Plus, our feel-good story of the day, fires do not have borders. Mexican firefighters arrive in California. Stay with us.
Johnny, you ready? Okay, everybody stand by, please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. This segment's brought to you by Jade's Premium Quality Cleaning, our official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Big shout out to Jade and her family, her team. They're a woman-owned business, minority-owned business, and they do such a great job. They work so hard to make sure the property is clean. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. They are also COVID-19 certified for infection prevention and control, and they do a wonderful job, and they're offering $15 off the first service to any of our show listeners, radio and TV show family out there. Reach out. We'd love to put you in touch with Jade's Premium Quality Cleaning. You can find them on Facebook as well at Jade's Premium Quality Cleaning. Just reach out to the hotline. Anybody that you hear on the show, of course, the hotline is always open. It's an off-air number, 813-750-0550. Give us a call on the hotline, 813-750-0550. Call or text. It's an off-air number as well. And we want to talk about a couple of hot listings here. We got a couple of hot properties in Tampa Bay. 2528 Appaloosa Trail. This is a property in Palm Harbor. Beautiful estate-style home. Now, this is a large property as well. You got a conservation view, 2,300 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3-car garage, enclosed pool, 3-year-old roof, and new air conditioning unit. 2528 Appaloosa Trail in Palm Harbor. Beautiful listing of ours right here in Tampa Bay. 4209 Preserve Place. This is an end-unit condo available in the golfing community of Landsbrook. A great opportunity right here in Tampa Bay. 4209 Preserve Place. Waterfront, 2,300 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo with a water view, 2-car garage, vaulted ceilings, spacious layout, granite counters with accent lighting, waterfront, bonus room as well. Check out all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, we got our friend Chris Robinson in the house, About Phase Cabinetry, and I love the idea, that you've got a model that works, right? So we're kind of jumping into the next kind of forward thinking here. We talk about, I'm with Keller Williams Realty. It's one of the it is the nation's leader in real estate with, it's a franchise that's grown and grown and grown. And we were just talking between segments, you're franchising as well.
Yep, absolutely. This year in February, we became a registered franchise in the state of Florida. Exciting. It reciprocities us into 38 other states.
Nice.
And the best part about it is that as we continue to grow, what we had noticed is that as we would hire on more help and try to cover a few more areas, because sometimes you're on your way to a job site, maybe up in Spring Hill, you're spending an hour killing bugs with your windshield.
Yeah, exactly. And the guy's getting paid for window time, right?
Yeah, so we really wanted to concentrate mostly on the quality of the job that we get done for the client. And the biggest issue for us was that the time for the guys to get up there, the time for them to come back, and by the end of the week, they were just like, man, all that driving and all that gas. And so we went ahead and started to franchise. We wanted to be able to offer our clients, individualized, quick service, but when you're a franchise, now owners have skin in the game.
Yeah.
So now they're more they're more quality conscious than the average buyer of a franchise because they're in it for the money.
Yeah.
Whereas our franchises, we're very limited on who we franchise to. We need people who understand the business, know the business, and are more worried about the customer satisfaction than they are about that paycheck.
Yeah.
When that is what is more important, you're going to have success. And for us, we're now at currently 3 locations. We're working on our 4th location. In the middle of October, they'll be signing up with us for our South Hillsborough market.
Nice.
That'll handle Gibson, Brandon, Riverview. And we've got some really great people that we've brought on board, and they're maintaining that integrity.
Right.
That's what's missing in our business. If in the cabinet business, there's just needing to be that focus of customer satisfaction at the end of the day. And
sorry to interject, but doesn't that comes with the model that you're talking about, where you have employees, you have owners versus independent contractors, subs, and people that don't want to really be there anyways.
That's right, and that we believe has been the focus of our business. But also, pricing has to be there too.
Yes.
We talked about with being Keller Williams being a franchise, we have numerous realtors and real estate investors that we work with where we're able to offer them something completely different, and it saves them time, especially for an investor and for a realtor. We've got numerous feedback from our realtor friends and also letters of recommendation.
Yeah.
In fact, we had a client that was just right there in Lutz, had the house on the market for approximately 3 months, couldn't get any offers on it for about $30,000 to $40,000 less than the listing price. They called us up. The realtor lady called us up. She said, you say half the cost, half the time, half the mess. I mean, what does that really mean? Can you explain it to me? What can you do for this client? I got to get this house moved.
I love it.
So the house was listed for about $250,000.
Yep.
They were getting offers of $210,000, $220,000. They really weren't getting their money.
Yep.
And so the realtor spoke out with us, and we said, hey, listen, it's probably going to take countertops. Let's reface it. Let's take care of the bathroom because you've got those mauve 1990s looking cabinets. We've got to do something with that. Let's just turn them white, simple square raised panel, nothing fancy, just a level 1 granite. I think the price tag on that was about $8,000.
Yep.
We got done with the job in less than 1 week. They relisted the home. The same people, they upped the price. I want to say it was about $15,000. They upped the sales price to see where they could get it at to get the comfortable buy-in.
Yeah.
They upped the sales price. They had the same people back that had seen it, got a cash offer that afternoon. In fact, my salesperson, Mike Champion, who's with me today, he actually met with the owner who drove all the way down from Jacksonville to hand us that check and say, man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. And he made money on his investment that he spent with us to get the home sellable.
Speaking of that, the money return on investment in real estate, where's it at? The kitchen's in the bath.
Totally the kitchen's in the bath. Listen, if you can't win the missus in the kitchen, it may be the best home in the world.
Yeah.
But if she don't like that kitchen, let's all be honest.
And they control the purse strings.
There you go.
Well.
There you go. That kitchen's got to be that focal point. Master bathroom, same thing as well. If they're going to be spending their time in there, and we wanted to be able to offer something that is quick, it's affordable, it looks good, and in fact, if you're the original owner and purchaser of our service, you will get a lifetime warranty not only on the laminate and on the boxes, but also on the doors themselves.
Nice.
You'll be able to have that and carry that with you, and gives you just peace of mind.
Let me ask you a question. So if you just joined us, we're talking with Chris Robinson about Face Cabinetry here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, about FaceCabinetry.com as well. Material cost. I was talking to my sign guy, the guy that goes and puts the signs in the ground at all the listings. I got like 50 listings out there, 50 signs floating around. He said a 4x4 cost him $18 now. It used to cost him about $8.
Sure.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the cost of materials just increasing?
It has in a few respects.
Yep.
However, we have a contracted price with all of our suppliers, and we haven't seen an increase in over a year and a half. We've been with the same door supplier for 13 years.
Excellent.
We've never had one warranty claim.
I love that.
One legitimate warranty claim, not one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and speaking of signs, in fact, most of our signs are outside the customer's house when we're actually there doing the projects.
Yeah.
And it'll actually say about face cabinetry, cabinet refacing in progress.
Yeah.
And so we'll have clients come over, hey, what are you getting done? Or they'll come and see the job, and 9 times out of 10, the first thing they say, what, did you have your kitchen gutted? How did that get done so fast?
I love it.
It's a real great alternative to a full replacement.
Chris, we have about a minute left here. Give us your top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom.
Parting word of wisdom is we all have brains, and we all know that our homes, and especially as investors, our homes and our real estate, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
And if you want that money to be the best return, you're going to need to have it in your kitchens and your bathrooms. Everything else is paint, it's flooring, but when you are focusing on that kitchen and you've got the cabinetry and you can do it for half the cost, half the time, and half the mess, that's just such a benefit to your peace of mind and being in and out of there quickly.
Right
we
on.
have too many good reviews for that, and we'd love to talk with you more about it and see how we can, and like I said, we're not a paint job. This is not a paint job. It is all brand new cabinet doors, drawer fronts. We can install brand new soft close hinges, soft close drawers. We actually can build cabinets so you don't have to replace all of them.
Wonderful.
And we're licensed general contractors here in Tampa, Florida. So you don't have to worry about dealing with unlicensed activity, no issues with general liability insurance. And every quote that we ever send out, you're going to get 4 things. You're going to get an itemized proposal showing you everything that we're going to do. Then you're going to get a list of current references. None of them are paid. They're all current clients and references. Then you're going to get a copy of our insurance, our certificate of liability insurance. And then you're also going to get a copy of our license.
Very cool.
So you have that satisfaction of knowing that, hey, look, these guys showed me everything I needed to know. And what gives us an 80% closure rate? Because we just want to do the one thing, and that's the most important thing in our business, and that is the golden rule. We want to do unto others that we would have done to us.
I love it. Excellent. Good stuff. Looking forward to future interviews as well. Chris Robinson, About Face Cabinetry, one of our new expert contributors here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great job, Chris. And when we come back, we got Eran Sinai in the studio. My old friend from the radio days back 7 years ago we met. He's in town. He's going to come visit. We're going to talk about his program called CEO IDSeal. So talk about identity theft, prevention, and control. It's a big issue right now. Plus our feel-good story of the day coming up as well. Fires do not have borders. Mexican firefighters arrive in California. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
This is Diane Vance with Fairway Independent Mortgage, a member of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Please give me a call for any of your mortgage needs. We do all sorts of loans. If you would like information on a mortgage, you can text me or call me at 727-647-8199. I will take care of all your mortgage needs. Go to my website at dianevance.com.
Ian Beckles here with my man Brandon Rhymes, a.k.a. the real estate quarterback. Brandon, what's happening with the market?
Thanks, Ian. We are in a low inventory market, so any of our listeners are homeowners and would like a free comparable market analysis or a 2.5% listing, we will honor this for the first 3 listeners who call or text in 813-773-1253. Free CMA and a 2.5% real estate listing at 813-773-1253. Check out ConsumerQB.com. Selling commercial or residential property? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. Reach me at 813-670-7372 or PlatinumMVPteam.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at ConsumerQB.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. That is our goal. And, of course, we are a top-ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay. We rank in the top 1% of all 30,000-plus realtors in the greater Tampa Bay area. My wife, Lindsay, and I own and operate a top team, and we would love to serve you and your family. Buying, selling, or investing, we would love to talk to you. And this segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Brothers Easy Moving, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, they are a first-class organization. They did a great job moving my family to our new lake home. And whether you're planning a local or long-distance move, reach out to Brothers Easy Moving. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you so you can take them up on those special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got 12208 Four Oaks Road in Tampa. This is a development opportunity. It's zoned R9, so you got future land use here of 40 units on this 5 acres of property. It's in Carrollwood. It's in one of the best areas of Tampa Bay, close to Dale Mabry, close to the Veterans Expressway, and it's a great opportunity to build, develop, and buy and develop land right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. 12208 Four Oaks Road, hot listing from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Also, 19206 U.S. Highway 19 North in Clearwater. This is another $1.8 million listing. It's in 1.8, 1.7 price range. 19206 U.S. Highway 19 is a car dealership on US 19 in Clearwater, Florida, one of the hottest real estate markets in all of Tampa Bay, Clearwater, Florida, right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. See all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, we got Eran Sinai in the house. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. My old friend from back in the day, like 7-8 years ago when we first met.
When we were young and beautiful. You
That's
remember
right.
that? Now we're only beautiful.
We're still young and beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. How have you been?
Doing good. Doing well, man.
It's good to see you. All the listings, everything you're doing, it looks amazing, sounds amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Really
Appreciate
amazing
that.
operation. Good for you. I'm happy to see. Remember when it all started?
That's right.
Wow.
Back in the day, man.
Wow.
Good stuff. Amazing. So you're in town, you're visiting. You hit me up a couple weeks back and said, hey, I'm in town. I said, let's talk about identity theft. I think it's one of the biggest problems that we face.
Mm-hmm.
And even from a political standpoint, you look at, Trump started the space program and, of course, we're fighting cyber wars out there with the different countries, China, Russia, all of them are really attacking us. So when you think about identity theft on a consumer level, you've set up this great company called IDSeal. Tell us about it.
So the focus really was, let's go back to the idea. The idea is that every 2 seconds, someone's identity is being stolen, right?
Wow.
So it's, and 1 out of 3 or 4 people has been a victim of identity theft. So if we are in the studio here, 3 or 4 people, one of us have had that happen to them. And let me tell you from experience, it's not a fun thing to do. So the idea was, what can we do? Because it's not a question of if, but when. Right? So what can we do to help people that if it does happen to them once, we'll be there to help them, take care of them. 2, so you can live your life, leave the legacy behind you, live with your family, and be safe and sound, that knowing that nothing's going to happen to you. Right? And if it does happen to you, 1, you'll be notified. 2, we'll be there to help you recover whatever happened to you. And in today's environment and era when everything is online, we leave the digital trace behind us wherever we go. Think about you, right? What do you do the first thing in the morning, right? You get up in the morning.
First thing in the morning, I'm going to do some meditation, some prayer.
Okay.
Get the days going.
Where do you get your meditation from?
Say again.
Do you go online to get the meditation?
A lot of times I do the apps on the phone. Yeah.
Okay. Right there, your morning starts online. Your morning starts right. That's
Good
what
point.
I'm trying to say. Your morning starts online, leaving a digital footprint behind you.
Yeah.
Then you go in, you check your emails, right? You go onto your social media, you go pay some bills, then you head to the studio, get some phones, doing emails. So really, our life are evolving around. How do you communicate with your customers? How do you communicate with your
on the phone, on the text, on the email?
Exactly. So it's unavoidable. And I don't say, look, stop doing it because you can't. This is reality. This is the life we live, right? However, what you want to do is be able to at least be proactive in protecting yourself. Be more cautious with what you do, but knowing that you can't stop living your life. So we wanted to create a program where we protect your credit, meaning if something happens to your credit, we'll let you know. If somebody tried to open new accounts in your name, we'll let you know. If anything happens on your credit, we'll let you know. But it's not only that. It's the dark web. The dark web is this enormous thing that all your information is stored and then sold to the thieves that are going to reuse it. So we are going to alert and let you know every time and each time something happens on the dark web and any of your identifying information is there, such as your email, such as your social security, such as your address, such as anything that you live and use. For example, social media. What we decided to do, because we find out that 90% of the kids that go through cyberbullying, which is a huge thing these days, right? And being, improper language is being used on their social media accounts they're not telling their parents. 90% are not involving their parents in that. So what we created is when we monitor your kids' social media account, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, if something happens, that automatically you as a parent will get a notification. So you don't have to wait for your kid to let you know. And of course, we'll help you with the recovery process. So there's a lot more assets and facts that we can help. And we even
Let me ask you a question on the social media topic. TikTok has been in the news, of course, and the back end deal. That was a lot of what the committee that was deciding. I think it was the senator from Cruz from Texas was the one on the committee, head of that committee, deciding. What's the latest on that? Have you heard? Are the U.S. controlling the back end?
I know that they were trying. No, they're not.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
So then that, from Trump's perspective, he's not allowing it unless we have full control of the back end and the algorithm and the data.
Correct. That's correct. But it hasn't happened.
Because that's such a big part now is the data, that they want to control the data, right?
And it's all about data. Look, it's all about data. It's not only, I'm not talking identity theft. I'm talking about data in general.
Yeah.
Your company becomes valuable. And why are they so valuable, TikTok or anything? It's because of the data, because of everything that we hold. And that's how we reach people all over the world.
Especially TikTok, that's a younger generation. It used to be Musical.ly. I remember it was Musical.ly, and I'd see my daughter doing the dances and constantly doing this.
Yeah, you won't see me doing the dances.
Right, she gets me to do it every now and then. And say, wait, you got to teach me first. I'm not going to go on the camera without you teaching me how to do the dance first. Then she'll try, and I'm like, okay, slow it down, give it to me again. But anyways, going back to the point of social media and data, those are younger voters. Those are younger, so they've already influenced the elections, tried to influence the elections. And also, I listened to that documentary, The Social Dilemma, as well the other day. On your point of cyberbullying and teens, 90%, or it was the numbers are 84% up increase in suicides amongst teens since I think it was 2012 or either 09 or 12, and it was over 14 to 15 to 19-year-olds.
What did they say? What's the cause of that?
It was social media.
Social media.
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. And that's the point. The point is that unfortunately today it's such a controlling part of our lives.
Yep.
And kids are really horrified by it. I know, and I hear it all the time. I hear stories how kids are horrified of what's going to be done to them. You remember when we were kids, you go to the school, somebody put a yellow Post-it on the back of your back, on your back, and you walk around and it says, I'm a dum-dum, or whatever,
kick me,
right?
Or whatever.
Yeah, kick me, exactly, right? It's much worse like that. It's tenfold and hundredfold because now it's on your social media.
Exactly.
And kids are simply terrified. So, so that was a thought. And the thought was also to come up with something that helps you protect your privacy on your own computer.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So all those elements that we came up with are really programs that are meant to help you and get you what you need rather than what a company wants to sell. So we thought really hard to create something that would be really useful. And the new thing that we're just launching that's a proprietary that really doesn't even exist in the world. You install it on your desktop and it does so many things to help control your privacy, such as you can block your camera, you can block your microphone, you can Google, you can go online without having any ads. It will go on your computer and scan all your documents, and any documents that's sensitive there, it'll allow you to hide it in a vault.
Wow.
Same thing with your password. There's so many features there. It has a VPN, it has antivirus. So there's a lot of features that can really help you protect your privacy.
I love it. We got about a minute left, so tell us how people can reach you. Is there a cost to the program? How do they sign up, etc.?
Yeah, www.idseal.com. So go to idseal.com website and sign up there. There are 3 plans. There are, you can sign for a family plan or you can sign for individual plans. $28.99 for an individual, $34.99 for family plans with up to 10 kids, right?
Wow.
So you can sign up there. And any questions, anything, there's we have a Luna online, so you can ask questions. They're interactive, very interactive. Just go on the site, and you can reach us anytime.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a great product. I remember you started this, 5-6 years ago, was it?
That's right. That's right.
So it's been growing ever since.
It's grown rapidly, and we do a lot of work with B2B, with employers and individuals. So it's become the number 3 most desired plan for employers. So it's 401ks and then health insurance, and identity theft now is 3rd since COVID started.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a B2B model out there for business owners?
Absolutely.
Okay. Very cool. IDSeal.com. Check out the site, and thanks so much, Eran Sinai.
Thanks for having me.
Man. Yeah,
good to see you again.
And excellent stuff. As we always talk about with the show, we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. Donate some time, donate some blood, donate something, and be a force for good in the community. follow us online. We would love to connect with you online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram. The Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook. Check out our YouTube channel. We got over 1,000 videos now on YouTube as well. And follow our show, Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.